All right, everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of the putter-only round at the Hollows. As a score reminder, if you haven't watched the first part, I recommend going and watching it. But Fred is at 2 under, Rob is at 2 over, and I am at 3 over par. So we're going to jump in right now on hole number 7. Hole number 7 is just straight and slightly to the right. So Fred's, again, going to throw that little hyzer flip, ends up hitting a high branch. I thought it was a good idea to go forehand again, despite what happened before, and flipped it over again. I'm going to be off and to the right. And Rob throws a really great shot. It's just going to be close to this creek that I'm standing in right now, which is normally out of bounds. So I pitch up, left myself a little bit of a putt, and Fred is going to give that a little bit of a run, but keeps it nice and safe for an easy 3. Rob jams this putt for a nice 2, and I have this putt now to save my par after a not amazing upshot from the creek. And I left that one wide right. So we are playing winter golf rules, so any out of bounds that's on the course, we are not playing as out of bounds. I managed to hit that putt for a bogey save, and Fred taps in for a nice par. So Fred's at 2 under, Rob is at 1 over, and I'm at 4 over after hole 7. On to hole 8. From the tee, this is a blind shot, but here you can see the basket. It's pretty much dead straight. It does have kind of a weird shape to the hole. I think that the short pad definitely plays better to the long pin placement, but Rob's going to be a little bit left, Fred's a little bit short, and I am also a little bit short after hitting a tree. So here we see the rare Fred sidearm. He doesn't throw sidearm very well, claims he's not super good at it, but he's actually really good at throwing those little touch sidearms, so puts that one right on the lock. I'm thinking about giving this a little push putt run, end up hitting the bottom of the pole and stuck right there. And Rob has a bid for birdie. It's kind of a scary putt with how downhill it is. And this snow does have a little bit of ice, so it's easy to slide, but that's no problem. Rob's going to jam that. Fred is also going to jam his putt. I'm going to tap in mine. So Fred's at 2 under, Rob is now at even, and I'm at 4 over. So we are on to hole 9. Again, another blind shot. You actually can't see the basket from the camera. Rob's throwing right down the main fairway, though. The basket is down there. It trails off a little bit to the right. So just want to hit this initial gap. Fred's going to hang this one out pretty far to the left and actually hits a tree. So he's going to have to scramble for probably the first time in the round. And then I am actually taking the right side gap for a little hyzer. Thought it was perfect.
I don't know how I keep hitting trees. That was looking so good.
And there you can hear it. I ended up hitting a tree very late in the flight. So here you can kind of see the red flag up and to the right. Fred throws an absolutely beautiful shot. I am outside the circle. As you can see off to the right side of the green, there is some ice down there. And I did not think about that, but ended up leaving that one a little bit longer than I'd like, right around that tester 25 to 28 foot range. Rob leaves it just a little bit high, but it was a great putt. Fred, like I said, he's deadly with those wizards. He's such a great putter, puts it right in the heart. So I'm coming back for my par and absolutely airball it to about the same distance on the other side. I believe before this, before that putt, I said sometimes you have those days that you're just not good at putting. And Rob with selfie putt number 2 for the round. So Fred's at 2 under, Rob's at even, and I'm now at 5 over.
So you just arrived at hole 10, and this is the tee pad. It is pretty rough. So we decided to move the tee pad over here, marked it with a couple of discs, So this is going to be the new tee pad with the basket up and around the corner. You are good to go.
So Fred is the only one who's wearing spikes, so we couldn't use the original pad, and he didn't even want to use it with his spikes. So we did move it over. Even though Fred is left-handed, he agreed to the placement of the pad. We did not do this as an advantage to beat him or anything like that. So this is just kind of a right-hand, backhand hole. Fred's going to show us how to actually throw it with a beautiful anhyzer. Rob is also threw a pretty good line. And this was probably my best shot of the day. I put it right under the pin for an easy tap-in birdie. Rob outside the circle, and that looked like a perfect putt, and it was inches low. Just bounces off the top of the
Nice putt.
rim. Give him a somewhat long comebacker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tapping in with some style. Scratch that. Short comebacker. Fred gets his birdie too. So Fred's at 3 under. I'm at 4 over. And Rob's at even par. That is through hole number 10. So on to hole 11. This hole, you can either go around the outside to the left, or you can go right up the gut. Fred is electing for the second option. Throws what looks to be a perfect shot, and his judge just barely trickles off to the left. He's going to have a good shot, though. I pretty much pured the gap, but again, this PA3 in premium plastic is a little more overstable than I think it is.
Oh my God, Simon line. It's called.
Simon line has been called. Rob's going for some crazy spike-hyzer. And as you can probably tell by his laughter, it did not go as planned. Rob's going to be down in this little creek with a touchy, tricky upshot to get his par. But it's one of my favorite things about playing with Rob. He loves to just take some kind of silly lines. Calls Simon lines a lot. But he hits a tree you can't see from the camera, tries to run the putt, and his pure just hyzers out a little bit, giving him a little bit of a putt for his bogey. Fred giving his birdie putt a bid, but leaving, again, a good, easy par. I got this for my birdie. A little step putt, but low and left. Never really gave it a chance. I got about 20 feet for my comebacker. And that definitely feels good with missing some putts that I feel like I should be making. Rob has got this for his bogey. He leaves it just a little bit short. He's going to tap that in. And Fred has a super short tap in. Keep him at 3 under. Rob is now back to 2 over, and I'm at 4 over. That's one thing Fred's so good at, is giving putts a run, but leaving them where he doesn't have difficult par putts. So, hole 12, lefty hole. You'll hear me call right there. It is a little bit of a lefty hole from this tee pad. Goes out to the left and then cuts back to the right. Plays really well for a lefty flex. I tried to throw that hard and flat, but gave it some hyzers, so my shot's not going to be great, but Rob wants some revenge after that double bogey. Absolutely pures the line, puts it really close. I tried to throw a little touch sidearm, but I was scared of it, so left that one out to test a range. Fred, that's probably the most aggressive run you'll see him take. He left himself probably about 10 to 15 feet. Rob just a little bit low, but perfectly on line. And then this, again, is at that tester range, like right around that 22 to 24 feet.
Nice putt.
Again, feels really good to make those. Fred makes good on his par putt. Rob makes sure that one goes in the basket for his par. So Fred's at 3 under. Rob's at 2 over, and I'm at 4 over. No damage done on that hole. Everybody's at the same scores. All right, that is going to do it for part number 2 of the Putter Only Round Challenge. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to click the like button down below. And if you'd like to, you can always subscribe to the channel. It is an option. It does alert you if I upload any new videos, and you can join up with the community. So just know that is an option. Stay tuned for part number 3. And until next time, get out and talk.